So thank you for taking the time to come over and interview me. So today I'm going to start with the most important question first is why should you listen to what I have to say? So I'm a software developer by trade, and my career started quite early on driving digital change, implementing and deploying software to users right out of school. And one of the early on, I got a lot of confidence thinking, God, I must be amazing at this. So I went into a career of project management and things like that. And I basically, this is a little infographic in terms of which genre in which we were implementing change. But I was basically implementing change down here, like in little one owner businesses. I would say anyone that fits in here where there's multiple owner or one owner business. It's very easy to implement change because the owners wanted the change to happen. If there were multiple owners, they were very aligned. It was super simple. So I developed a high sense of confidence that I could implement change really well. And then I got into implementing into a slightly bigger organizations, but still very aligned. So, I went into doing enterprise departmental levels just for a brief bit until I had the rude awakening of government related change. So government change is the hardest type of change to implement. It's the most complex type of change to implement. And at the time, if you had asked me whether I did a great job implementing change, I would have said, yeah, I'm amazing at implementing it. I'm a project manager. But really, what I was doing as a project manager at the time is, of course, the definition of success is a project done. And, I'd install the light bulb in the right place and I have the switch installed in the right place and everything. And the light bulb works. So project is done. But most of the people who came into the room had no idea where the switch was or whether the light bulb was even installed. So the government change is the most complex place to implement change. And I learned that the hard way because, when we did big go lives with large user groups and things like that, the cracks were there, but I just expected the cracks. I said, I'm just going to expect that a few people can't log in. I'm just going to expect that that's how change happens, and crawl before you walk and do a bunch of user training for hours and hours and expect people to remember all that information. Just old school type change management that I did back in the day that I look back on and go, oh my God, that was not a success. So in order to do change management really well, I had to do change management poorly and then eventually recognize that I did it poorly after I attended the ProSci training. And now, with all the lessons learned from government and getting into also doing the lean training, I finally start to realize there is one huge contributor to doing change really, really well. And that contributor is embedded into our methodology. So, this is our methodology. And we have 3 phases to the change. So, what I was typically doing over and over is the actualize phase. So, I'd go in, I'd be like, what's the change? Let's make it happen. Let's get it done. I'd do the actualize phase. I do the process mapping, apply the technology, operationalize the adoption, but not even that way. I do it the old school way, where I put people into training sessions for hours, or I just give them something to use and get it deployed because hey, it's going to go viral and everybody's going to use it. But what was missing was the top piece, which is the connect phase. It's getting the people, the influencers who are responsible for driving the change to clarify their vision, to align their changes and quantify why they need to do it, and then mobilize the change.